General Hospital spoilers reveal that a shocking confirmation has been made that Morgan and Michael will return to Port Charles, marking a dramatic event in the history of General Hospital. This information was revealed amid Sonny and Jason's trip to Toronto, where they were looking for evidence of the mastermind behind the assassination. The trip has brought new, wild evidence suggesting that Morgan might still be alive and caught up in a complex conspiracy. These clues have made Sonny and Jason rethink everything they once knew about Morgan's death. The big shock comes when they discover a secret video showing Morgan meeting with a mysterious man, who might be the one who hired Salisky to assassinate Sonny. The return of Morgan and Michael is not just an event, it's part of a larger plan to change the power dynamics in Port Charles. With his survival, Morgan could become a key figure in the ongoing power struggle, especially if he holds crucial secrets about Sonny's enemies. Meanwhile, Michael, who has faced health challenges after the accident, is on the road to recovery and might return to Port Charles soon. His return will not only bring emotional support to the Corinthos family but also help them deal with the new challenges ahead. The new shock is making everything crazier than ever as Morgan and Michael return amidst an all-out battle in Port Charles. Their appearance will not only change the power dynamics but will also open up new, dramatic, and unexpected storylines. As Sonny and Jason continue their investigation, they begin to realize that Morgan might have been forced into this conspiracy. This raises questions about Morgan's loyalty and whether he could become a betrayer in his family's eyes. The return of Morgan and Michael will not only be an emotional event but also a major turning point in the ongoing power struggle in Port Charles. Meanwhile, Carly is facing her own worries. She can't believe that Morgan could still be alive and caught up in a dangerous conspiracy. Carly begins to question whether she should trust this new evidence and if Morgan truly returns to help his family. Jocelyn, Michael's best friend, is also closely following every development. She hopes that Michael's return will help him overcome past wounds and regain his confidence. Jocelyn also begins to wonder whether Morgan could return and how that would affect their lives. As things start to become clearer, one thing is certain: the return of Morgan and Michael will create a revolution in the world of General Hospital, opening up new opportunities for storylines and taking everything to new heights of drama and surprise. Fans are eagerly waiting for the return of the Corinthos brothers. They hope that this return will bring a promising new chapter for General Hospital, with twists and surprises. The confirmation of Morgan and Michael's return has created a wave of excitement among the fan community, and everyone is counting the days until they reappear on screen. As Sonny and Jason prepare to face new challenges, they know that the return of Morgan and Michael will be a major turning point. They hope that with the help of the brothers, they can overcome the difficulties and protect their family from lurking enemies. But will everything go according to plan? Only time will tell. Bryan Craig and Chad Duell, the actors who played Morgan and Michael Corinthos on General Hospital, have confirmed that they will not be returning to the show. This news has shocked the fan community, especially as continuous troubles have been created in GH's storyline. However, this has led to a new adjustment in GH's storytelling. The producers have decided to recast Morgan and Michael, meaning they will hire new actors to portray these characters. This is a bold move, but also an opportunity to create new and exciting storylines for these beloved characters. The craziness in the storylines of Michael and Morgan is really exploding as GH decides to bring them back with new actors. This not only creates a big change in how these characters are perceived but also opens up new possibilities for future storylines. When Bryan Craig and Chad Duell do not return, GH has had to find ways to continue developing Morgan and Michael's storylines without their involvement. This has led to the creation of new situations, new characters, and even new relationships for the Corinthos brothers. Meanwhile, fans are having mixed reactions to the recasting of Morgan and Michael. Some feel disappointed that they won't see Bryan Craig and Chad Duell return, while others are excited about the opportunity to see new actors portray these characters. GH faces a big challenge in convincing the fans that recasting Morgan and Michael is the right decision. However, with new storylines and talented actors, GH may succeed in creating a promising new chapter for the show. As things start to become clearer, one thing is certain: The recasting of Morgan and Michael will create a wave of shock in the fan community. Will GH succeed in convincing viewers that the new actors will bring an exciting and fresh version of these characters? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. GH is preparing for a major shakeup in its world. In this context, GH has begun announcing the new actors who will play Morgan and Michael. These actors have been carefully selected to ensure they can bring a new and engaging version of these characters. However, convincing fans that they can replace Bryan Craig and Chad Duell will not be easy. GH is also planning to create new and exciting storylines for Morgan and Michael. They have begun building new situations, new relationships, and even new secrets for the Corinthos brothers. This will help keep fans curious and excited about the new developments. As GH continues to develop Morgan and Michael's storyline, they are also focusing on creating a strong connection with other characters in the show. This will help create a complex and exciting web of storylines, where every character plays an important role. In conclusion, the recasting of Morgan and Michael is a bold move for GH, but also an opportunity to create new and exciting storylines. With new actors and fresh storylines, GH hopes to bring a promising new chapter to the show and convince fans that the new actors will bring an exciting and fresh version of these characters. Jason and Sonny, the central characters of General Hospital, are beginning to show signs of aging. This is not only affecting their personal lives but also impacting their roles and duties in the underground world of Port Charles. In this context, Michael and Morgan's tasks are becoming more important than ever as they face new challenges and take on leadership roles in the Corinthos family. The new adjustment in GH's storytelling is focusing on the transfer of power from the older generation to the younger one. Jason and Sonny, though still powerful figures, are facing physical and mental limitations due to aging. This creates an opportunity for Michael and Morgan, who are maturing and ready to take on more important roles in the family empire. The big shock comes when GH hints that Jason and Sonny might be preparing for retirement. This is not just a simple event, but a major turning point in the show's storyline. As these central characters step off the stage, Michael and Morgan will have to face greater and more complex challenges while proving their leadership abilities. The storylines of Morgan and Michael are truly exploding as they face new and more dangerous situations. With Morgan's return after being presumed dead, he will have to deal with the consequences of his actions and find a way to be accepted back by his family and friends. Meanwhile, Michael will continue to cope with his health and mental challenges while taking on his new leadership role in the family. The combination of new shocks and adjustments in the storyline is making everything crazier than ever. GH is creating a complex network of plot points, where every character plays an important role in shaping the future of Port Charles. As Jason and Sonny prepare to leave the stage, they will have to pass on their experience and knowledge to Michael and Morgan. This will create emotional and dramatic moments as the two generations learn to work together to protect their family and empire. Jason, with his experience in the underground world, will have to teach Michael how to deal with dangerous enemies and protect the family. Meanwhile, Sonny will have to guide Morgan in balancing work and personal life while helping him overcome past mistakes. In conclusion, the adjustments in GH's storyline are focusing on transferring power from the older generation to the younger one. With Jason and Sonny retiring, Michael and Morgan will have to face greater challenges and prove their leadership abilities. This is a major turning point in the show's history, promising new and exciting storylines for fans. Meanwhile, fans are eagerly waiting to see how GH will develop Michael and Morgan's storylines. They hope this power transition will not only be a simple event but also an opportunity to create new and dramatic stories. With talented actors and complex storylines, GH is preparing for a promising new chapter where every character plays an important role in shaping the future of Port Charles. As things become clearer, one thing is certain. Jason and Sonny's retirement will create a wave of shock in the fan community. Will GH succeed in convincing viewers that Michael and Morgan will be the next great leaders? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, GH is preparing for a major revolution in its world. In this context, GH is also focusing on developing supporting characters to assist Michael and Morgan in their new leadership roles. This includes placing characters like Jocelyn, Trina, and Cameron in more important positions, helping them become key players in shaping the future of Port Charles. As GH continues to develop Michael and Morgan's storylines, they are also creating new and dramatic situations for other characters. Carly, who has always been a central character in the Corinthos family, will have to face new challenges as she adjusts her role with Jason and Sonny retiring. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome will continue to find ways to protect her interests and family, creating new conflicts with Michael and Morgan. In conclusion, GH is preparing for a major revolution in its world, with the transfer of power from the older generation to the younger one. Jason and Sonny's retirement will create a wave of shock but also open up opportunities for Michael and Morgan to become the new leaders of the Corinthos family. With talented actors and complex storylines, GH promises a new, dramatic, and exciting chapter for fans. Morgan and Michael are prioritizing revenge and reclaiming their rights in Port Charles. Their return has caused a wave of shock among fans and presents new challenges for other characters in the show. One of the explosive new storylines is the danger that Drew and Ava are facing. Both have become targets of Morgan and Michael in their quest for revenge. Drew, with his reckless actions and ambitions, has made many enemies in the city. And now he must face retaliation from the Corinthos brothers. Ava, who has long been one of the biggest enemies of the Corinthos family, is also in danger. She had once exploited situations to her advantage, but now she must pay the price for those actions. The return of Morgan and Michael has made Ava worry about her safety, as she knows they won't hesitate to use any means to achieve their goals. The suspense is rising as fans begin to speculate about the potential deaths of Drew and Ava. Will they survive Morgan and Michael's revenge, or will they become the next victims in the power struggle at Port Charles? These questions are creating a tense and dramatic atmosphere in the fan community. As Morgan and Michael continue plotting their revenge, they also face internal challenges. Michael, who has dealt with health and mental issues in the past, is torn between seeking revenge and protecting his family. Meanwhile, Morgan, who was once thought to be dead, is dealing with the consequences of his actions and trying to be accepted back by his family and friends. The return of Morgan and Michael is not just a simple event but a major turning point in the GH storyline. It opens up new opportunities for plotlines and creates a complex web of events, where each character plays a crucial role in shaping the future of Port Charles. Meanwhile, Drew and Ava are trying to find ways to protect themselves from Morgan and Michael's revenge. They know they cannot confront the Corinthos brothers directly, so they are seeking new allies and devising clever plans to safeguard their interests. Drew has started reaching out to some of his old business partners, hoping to form a powerful alliance against Morgan and Michael. Meanwhile, Ava is using her vast network of connections to gather information and create a counterstrike plan. In short, the return of Morgan and Michael is creating a wave of shock in the world of GH, with new shocks and predicted deaths. Will Drew and Ava survive Morgan and Michael's revenge? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, GH is preparing for a new, dramatic, an exciting chapter for the fans. As things become clearer, one thing is certain, the return of Morgan and Michael will revolutionize the world of GH. Will they succeed in avenging and reclaiming their rights, or will they face unforeseen consequences? These questions are creating an atmosphere of suspense and drama within the fan community. As everything becomes clearer, Sonny and Jason are facing new challenges in protecting their family from Morgan and Michael's revenge. They know that the Corinthos brothers will not hesitate to use any means to achieve their goal, so they must prepare for an all-out war. Sonny, with his experience in the underground world, is planning to protect his family and empire, while Jason is trying to stop Morgan and Michael before it's too late. As GH continues to develop Morgan and Michael's storyline, it's also creating new and dramatic situations for other characters. Carly, who has always been a central figure in the Corinthos family, will have to face new challenges as she adjusts her role in the context of Jason and Sonny dealing with the revenge of Morgan and Michael. Meanwhile, Jocelyn and Trina will have to find ways to protect their friends and families from the consequences of this power struggle. In conclusion, GH is preparing for a new and exciting chapter. With the rise of Morgan and Michael creating a wave of shock in the world of the show. Will they succeed in reclaiming their rights, or will they face unforeseen consequences? These questions are generating suspense and drama in the fan community, and only time will provide the answers. As things become clearer. One thing is certain, the rise of Morgan and Michael will bring about a major revolution in the world of GH. Will they succeed in avenging and reclaiming their rights? Or will they face unexpected consequences? These questions are creating a thrilling and dramatic atmosphere in the fan community, and only time will provide the answers. In the future, GH will continue to develop Morgan and Michael's storyline, with new shocks and dramatic situations. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see how GH will develop the Corinthos brothers' story and whether they will succeed in reclaiming their rights. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. GH is preparing for a new, promising, and dramatic chapter for the fans.